Welcome to this mindfulness practice to clear your thoughts. We suggest wearing headphones for the best listening experience. Let's begin. Thinking is habit energy. That's what the mind has learned to do. To keep itself busy. This practice is meant to help the mind rewire and loosen the grip of the habit energy of thinking. And we'll do this not by pushing away thoughts, but by being kind to their presence, acknowledging them, identifying them for what they are, just thoughts, and watching them float away. So let's begin. Finding a comfortable position, preferably a seated one. You could sit cross-legged on a mat or a cushion, or you could sit on a chair with your feet placed on the floor, resting your hands wherever they fall naturally, and really settling down, and noticing if your eyes feel like they want to close. If they do, gently closing your eyes, or simply resting the eyes in a soft gaze ahead of you on the floor. Taking a few deep breaths together, breathing in deeply, breathing out slowly, breathing in deeply, breathing out slowly, sending the breath to the belly. Breathing in deeply, breathing out slowly, and using the breath to observe the body, noticing the sensations that arise in the body when you breathe in and when you breathe out. Noticing how the in-breath fills up the body, expands it, and how the out-breath releases the body, contracts it. Noticing the places in the body where the in-breath creates space. Noticing the places in the body where the out-breath creates softness. Noticing all of this movement in the body. Noticing the temperature of the breath. The coolness of the breath when it comes in. The warmth of the breath when it goes out. This quality of the breath. Observing it deeply. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. This breath that has now settled into its natural rhythm. This breath that is familiar with the body. This body that is home to the breath. Taking a moment to feel grateful for the body, for the breath, and using this breath to be the anchor for the mind. Whenever during the practice thoughts arise, letting the breath be what brings us back. Now that we know how to loosen the grip of thoughts by returning to the breath, let us take our awareness to thoughts. Not inviting thoughts, but when they arise, seeing them for what they are, labeling them. Our mind keeps taking us back to the past or ahead in the future. Recognizing what the mind is doing and giving all thoughts labels. You could use any labels like past memory, worry, fantasy, planning. And once you know what kind of thought has come up, watching this thought from the outside, we tend to have favorite thoughts. Thoughts that are stickier than others, where the habit energy is stronger. Especially watching these thoughts with more curiosity, more interest, seeing how the mind behaves around these thoughts. Does it take more effort to detach from these thoughts? Does the mind start to engage in analyzing? Do emotions begin to come up? Noticing the emotions that come up. Labeling the emotions. Grief, joy, sadness, pleasure. Simply labeling and seeing what is happening, and then releasing, letting it go, coming back to the breath, breathing in and breathing out. A thought comes up, acknowledging, labeling, releasing. A thought comes up, acknowledging, watching, noticing if it stays, noticing if an emotion comes up too, labeling, releasing, and coming back to the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And following this process of mindfulness of thoughts gradually helps to weaken the power of this habit energy of the mind. What is important is to be patient and compassionate with the mind, being kind to the mind, and gently guiding the mind back to its anchor, which is the breath. As we approach the end of this practice, noticing how many thoughts appeared, making their way in effortlessly, but also how easy or difficult it was to observe them. Simply observing the process. Taking a few more mindful breaths, breathing in and breathing out. And with these breaths, feeling the places in the body where it makes contact with the floor or the chair. Observing the body, bringing attention to the toes and fingers, wiggling them, taking a few moments to observe the quality of the mind, how the mind feels, giving thanks to your body and mind, and And when you feel ready, opening the eyes. Thank you for joining me today. May love and light be with you this day. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, do support us by subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and I look forward to having you next time.